I was 17 when this happened. It was one of those heavy, rainy nights where the thunder just keeps rolling, and the wind taps at the windows like it's trying to get in. My parents had gone to visit my aunt who lived 2 towns over, and they were staying overnight since the weather had gotten worse than expected. They asked if I was okay staying home alone for the night, and honestly, I didn't mind. I liked having the house to myself. I had snacks lined up, movies queued, and my dog Bruno curled up next to me on the couch while the storm got louder, outside. I was watching some dumb horror movie with the lights off, only the flicker of the screen lighting the living room, and the occasional flash of lightning lighting up the whole space for a split second. It was around midnight. I remember, because I checked the time right after the power suddenly cut out. Everything just died. The movie, the lights, the fridge. Even my phone charger stopped working. Bruno perked his head up immediately. The rain sounded even louder without the noise of the TV drowning it out. I grabbed my phone for the flashlight and got up to check the fuse box in the hallway closet. But as I was walking over, there was a soft knock at the front door. I froze mid-step, because I knew, for a fact, no one should be coming here, especially not during a thunderstorm this bad, and definitely not at this hour. I didn't move. I just stared at the door. The knock came again, louder this time. Bruno stood up and let out a low growl. Not barking, just watching the door like he knew something was off. I tiptoed closer and peeked through the peephole, but there was nothing. No one there. Just the rain falling hard on the porch. I stood there for maybe 30 seconds, then turned around and went back to the living room. Bruno hadn't sat down. He was just watching the hallway. When I sat back on the couch and tried to turn on my phone's hotspot to get some signal, that's when I heard it. The sound of the back door handle, jiggling softly. Someone was at the back door, trying. To get in, I didn't waste time. I grabbed Bruno and hurried to the upstairs bathroom, locked the door, sat quietly in the tub. I turned off my flashlight and sat in the dark, just listening. I heard the back door creak open. I swear I had locked it, but I must have forgotten. The sound of wet shoes on tile echoed through the kitchen. Then, silence. A long silence. I couldn't tell how many people it was. Just footsteps moving slowly around downstairs, and the occasional floorboard creaking. Something fell over. Maybe the umbrella stand by the front door. Bruno let out a soft whine, like he wanted to bark but knew better. I was shaking, my hands over his mouth, just trying to keep us both quiet. Then I heard the stairs creak. One slow step at a time. I swear. Every second felt like an hour. My phone still had no signal. I didn't even try to call anyone. Whoever was in the house, they were coming up, and I could hear them stop on the landing, like they were listening. I thought they'd go into my room, or my parents' room. But then the doorknob to the bathroom moved. Not violently, just turning softly. Testing, and then another long pause. I held my breath. Bruno didn't make a sound. I think even he knew what was going on. After maybe 5 minutes, that felt like forever. I heard the footsteps go back downstairs. And then, nothing else. Just the storm again. And the sound of water dripping somewhere. I waited another 10 minutes before slowly unlocking the door and tiptoeing to the hallway window to look outside. There was a figure, standing at the edge of our backyard, near the trees, holding something in their hand. I couldn't tell what it was, but they just stood there, even as the rain came down hard, then turned and disappeared into the woods. The police came after about 15 minutes, once I finally got enough bars on my phone to call them. They searched the area but didn't find anyone. There were muddy footprints through the kitchen and living room, soaking the floor with rainwater. They never figured out who it was, or how they even knew the back door might be unlocked. But I'll never forget that knock on the front door, or the sound of the bathroom handle turning, in the dark. Love a good scare? Don't miss out on the creepiest stories. Subscribe to Lucid Dream Horror, if you dare.